So you've just bought or own a lovely car and you want to take care of it. So here are 16 ways to keep your car looking brand new all year round. The first one on this list is to always think about where you park your car.
For example, parking under a tree every day can lead to tree sap and other debris landing on your car and potentially damaging the paint. Also, birds frequently use trees, so if you park near a tree, your car could be the perfect target for their poo, which is really not good for your paint. You might want to park it further away from entrances as well. If you do this, fewer cars are likely to park near you, which will reduce the chance of someone accidentally hitting their door into your car, which is the worst.
Speaking of doors, tip 2 is a really easy one, but I see so many people make this mistake.
When closing your doors, always use the handle like this. Never close your door with your hand on the window. This can put unnecessary strain on the glass, especially if your car has frameless windows like mine here.
Have you noticed that some cars with leather seats always have creases and damage on the side bolsters?
These are often caused by catching or applying pressure to them when you get into the car. You can easily avoid this by using this method next time you get into your car. Now, it's a bit tricky to get into mine here because it's low to the ground, but what we're going to do is we're going to put our leg and our bum in first on the middle of the seat, and then we're going to pull our other leg in over the bolster. The idea is to not sit on the side bolsters as you get in.
Also, watch what's in your pockets and on your keychain. If you've got a massive keychain, something metal, it could easily catch and scratch the paintwork or tear the leather seats. Next up is every car enthusiast's nightmare, bird poo. If this is left on your car for just a few hours, it can cause so much damage to the paint. That's why I always keep this in my car. It's Autoglym Fast Glass, and it's actually for cleaning glass, but it's really good for getting rid of bird poo. Simply spray the area where the poo is on the paint, grab a microfiber cloth, hold it on it for a minute or two just to soften the bird poo, and that's it, wipe away, and it's gone.
It's important to know that bird poo can sometimes contain nuts or little stones, so you always want to make sure to use some type of product to help soften it, otherwise you might scratch your paint.
Speaking of scratches, let's talk about automatic car washers and how I really recommend avoiding using these. The first reason why you don't want to use these is all the harsh chemicals that are used. They'll often use a really strong acid-based pre-wash, which is great for getting dirt and grime off the car quickly so they can get through as many cars as possible, but it's not good for your paintwork. Then you've got the stiff brushes that they use, which are going to cause all these micro scratches all over your paintwork. The best method is always going to be to hand wash your car yourself. But if you don't have the time, you can pay someone, but you've got to be really careful. I personally always avoid those big hand valet stations in the car parks, or sometimes they'll have a shop. There's obviously some great ones out there, but what you really want, if you really want to take care of your car, is to find an independent detailer. Now, this could be a shop with one person that meticulously washes high-end cars, spending hours, or some of them are mobile valets who actually come to your house. If you find a good one who has a great portfolio of really nice cars that they've washed, you know your car's going to be in safe hands. They'll use the 2-bucket method and all sorts of really safe washing methods to make sure they don't damage your car at all, and it's going to look incredible. Personally, this is what I do with the Aston Martin. I have a detailer come out once a month and do a thorough wash on the car. It takes around 2 to 3 hours, but it only costs £60, which might sound like a lot, but when you think about it with man hour and how long you would spend doing it yourself, it's not bad at all. And this leads to my next tip, which is keep your car clean. Keeping a car regularly cleaned is not just for vanity. A car that's regularly cleaned is always going to last and look better for much longer than one that's been neglected. Grit and grime not only looks bad, but it can also get into moving parts of the car, under the chassis, and of course, if you leave it on some parts of the paint or the mechanical parts of the car, it can lead to corrosion. Now, my car isn't the cleanest right now, but it's going to be detailed next week. But generally for me, I will have this car professionally cleaned, or I'll do it myself once a month. Another top tip too, when you wash your car or have it washed, always make sure you use some type of wax or sealant just to keep the paint nice and protected. My next tip is to always keep your air conditioning on, even in winter. An air conditioning system is inevitably going to leak gas at some point or time, but this is way more likely to happen if you don't use your air conditioning for a long period of time. Now, there's probably a few old school people watching here that will say, turn your air conditioning off because you don't need it in the winter and it will save you money because air conditioning does use some of your fuel. But I'll be honest, if you don't use your air conditioning over winter, chances are you're going to have to regas it, which will be more expensive than the money you saved on fuel. Here's one for the fellow mums and dads. This is a child seat protector. It goes on your seat under those big bulky child seats and prevents them from causing damage to your leather or even fabric seats. I picked this one up when my daughter was born and I've used it in all my cars since. You just plonk it on the seat here. It's got this little bit around here. You just pop it around the headrest, clip it in, then you've got this nice surface that's going to protect your seat from all those heavy car seat dents and possibly scratches. Another good tip is to not let your fuel tank run too low.
When you run low on petrol, your fuel pump will draw on air, debris and sediment found in the bottom of the fuel tank in an attempt to power your car. These unwanted materials can clog the system and eventually corrode your pump and filters, potentially blocking fuel and preventing your car from starting.
So next time you see that fuel light come on, get straight to a petrol station. Don't try and see how far you can drive. Good tyres are often overlooked as one of the most important things on any car. So it's so important to regularly check your tyres' condition, the wear on the tread, but also the tyre pressures. To keep track of my tyre tread, I use this little device here. You just stick it on the tyre and it gives you a digital reading of how much tyre tread you've got left. And to keep an eye on my PSI, I always carry this in my car. It's basically just an electrical pump. So having this in the car all the time is a great tip.
Incorrect tyre pressures will not only cause more wear and tear, they can also affect your mile per gallon, meaning your car is more expensive to run. I can't stress enough how important it is to regularly check your tyres for wear and keep an eye on their pressures.
If you really want your interior to feel lovely every time you get into your car, you've got to take care of your steering wheel. It's the part you touch the most and it's the part you're always going to feel. So if it's grubby, it's just going to ruin the experience driving your car. So don't neglect cleaning your steering wheel. Now, your steering wheel is going to have different materials. It might have leather, it might have Alcantara, or it might just be plastic. But what I found is no matter the material, the best way to regularly clean any steering wheel is just water and a damp cloth. I always keep this lovely microfiber cloth here in the center console. It's super soft, and because I'm a bit OCD, it matches the stitching in the car. But every time I get into the car, or if I'm just at a red light, I'll grab it out and I'll just give the steering wheel a little wipe. Generally, I don't even need to make it damp, but every now and then I'll damp it with a bit of water and I'll just run through the steering wheel just to get rid of any excess grease or oils. But to be honest, I never eat anything in the car. But guys, regularly just giving your steering wheel a wipe with a damp cloth or even just a microfiber cloth is going to make such a big difference. The next one is a big one, and I'm sure all of you have heard this before, but I can't stress how important it is to always properly warm up your engine. A lot of people get confused here and think warming up an engine is sitting on your driveway and just having it run idle, but that's not what I mean. The general rule of thumb these days is you can just get in your car, turn it on, you can drive away, but what you don't want to do is take your RPMs really high or do anything crazy until your oil temperatures have reached 90 degrees. The main reason for this is the oil in your engine. So cold oil is going to be slightly thicker, which means it can't lubricate and work its way around all the parts as efficiently as it would once it gets up to temp. So if we push our car while the oil's not up to temp, it's not going to work as efficiently and it could cause more wear and tear on lots of components in the engine. Now, the next one is something that I'm sure all of you guys do with your pride and joys, but I have to mention it in this video because it is one of the most important things for taking care of any car, And this is, of course, having your car serviced every year or every 10,000 miles, whichever comes first. Normally you'll have your first service, which is a cheap one. It's basically an oil change. And then the following year, you'll have your major service, which is a little bit more money. There's more work involved. They'll be changing the spark plugs, possibly the brake fluid. And then after that, it goes back to the cheaper one. So you've got your cheap service 1 year, expensive service, back to cheap service, and it just keeps on going for your entire ownership of the car. If you don't use your car for long periods of time, the battery is going to start to degrade and eventually it's going to go completely flat. To keep your battery in good health, it's generally recommended to drive your car at least once a week. And if you can't drive your car, or if you have multiple cars, you can always keep the battery topped up with a trickle charger. Next is to always keep your car interior tidy, and there's a few small things you can do to make this a lot easier. I always like to make the best use of my glove box, but the Aston Martin is the only car I've ever owned that doesn't have one, so I had to come up with a different solution. In the back seat of my car, I have this boot organizer. I got it from Amazon. It was dirt cheap and it's really handy because you've got these compartments here and you can store whatever you want. It's not going to fly around in the boot. Also really handy when you've got shopping because you can just put the bag straight in here. Yeah, it was a bit of a game changer if I'm honest.
If we take a look here on Amazon, you can also buy special bins designed to go in your car. These are especially handy if you have children.
My final tip is a really important one, and it's something that I think is often overlooked. This is to have your wheel alignment checked every 2 to 3 years. Now, if you live in England, you will know our roads are awful. There's potholes everywhere despite the insane road tax costs. So chances are there's a lot of cars on the road that have gone through potholes and their wheels are completely out of alignment and they don't realise. Misaligned wheels are of course going to affect the handling of your car, but they could also lead to uneven tyre wear or excessive tyre wear, which over time could be really expensive. So guys, if you love your cars, that's my 16 things you can do to keep them looking brand new all year round. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. It was lots of fun to make. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more epic content. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.